Hello, I'm Mrs. Ruma Dhanwate from Aryan College of Arts, Commerce and Science, and in this video lecture we shall see the difference between file processing system and database management system. We shall see the drawbacks of a file system: data redundancy, data inconsistency, and data isolation. What is data redundancy? Data redundancy refers to the duplication of data. Now consider an example of a college where there is an account department, the library department, and the teachers. Now, all these departments require the student data. The student data will have the student name, the student roll number, the student class. Now, the same data is needed for the library also, where you issue the books. So, you can be issued a book related to your class and the subjects only. So, the librarian also keeps your details, that is the student name, the roll number, and the class. And the accounts department. What does the account department do? They will also keep track of your details, whether you have paid your fees or not, or some installment has been still remaining to be paid. So the same student data is being kept at different locations with different people. Now what you are doing is this student data, these three fields or more fields, they are simply getting replicated or duplicated. So this is called as duplication of the data and or data redundancy. That is, the same thing is kept at different places. Next is data inconsistency. Data redundancy leads to data inconsistency. Now we have seen an example where the student data is kept at three places. It is with the teachers, with the librarian, and with the accounts department as well. Now, if you make the changes simply for if you make the changes in your mobile or for example your phone numbers changes, so what will happen? The teacher needs to contact you, the account department needs to contact you if you have not paid the fees, if you are not attending any exam or there is some problem with your academics, we need to talk to your parents, we need your phone number, and the librarian also wants your phone number if you have not returned the book, for example. So this field is with everyone, and your mobile number changes, and you simply tell the teachers that uh, my mobile number has changed. This is my new number. Now the teacher will have your new number, but the other department, that is librarian and account, they will not have your new number. So if they try to reach you, they won't be able to reach you because you have changed your phone number. So this is inconsistency of the data. That is, the teachers have different number, other departments have other numbers. So the data redundancy leads to data inconsistency. That is, the data is not the same everywhere. Now data isolation. Because data are scattered in various files and files may be in different formats, writing new application programs to retrieve the appropriate data is difficult. That is, uh, someone can keep the data in the Excel sheet, somebody can keep the things in Word. The accounts department can keep it in the Excel sheet, librarian can keep it in the Excel sheet. The teachers don't need much of the data. They can keep in some other format, maybe in the Word format. So the data is scattered in various files and in different formats. So writing an application program to retrieve this data becomes difficult. Now, what are the advantages of database management system over the file system? Database management system, there is no redundant data. No redundant data because you will have only one database system where everything will be saved related to a student. There will be no scattering of the data and there will be no number of formats. And once if you change the data, it will be reflected everywhere. So there will be no redundant data or no duplication of the data. The redundancy is removed by data normalization. No data duplication saves storage and improves the access time. Data consistency and integrity. Root cause of data inconsistency is data redundancy. Since data normalization takes care of data redundancy, data inconsistency also been taken care of as part of it. So since there will be no redundant data, which is done by data normalization, so there will be no inconsistency, and no inconsistency will be better if you have all the data at one place. And then you have data security. It is easier to apply access constraints in database systems so that only authorized user is able to access the data. Now, as you have seen in an example, the teachers, the librarian, and the accounts department, everyone wants the student data. So it is not necessary that all the database is accessible to all the three. The teachers are concerned with only the academics of the students, so they can access only that part. Librarian is concerned with only the books, whether the student has issued the book or returned the book or not. So the librarian is not concerned with the academics nor with the accounts. So the librarian will have the view of the database which is its concern. Similarly, accounts department. So there will be a data security. Only the authorized users will have access to the data, and also what the limited data is accessed by all the users. The advantages of DBMS or file system. The next advantage is privacy. Limited access means privacy of data. Early access to data. Database system manages data in such a way so that the data is easily accessible with fast response times. Easy recovery. Since database systems keeps the backup of data, it is easier to do a full recovery of data in case of failure. That means if your database is corrupted or something goes wrong with the data, you are able to recover the data because you keep the backup of the data. And database systems are more flexible than file processing systems because you can easily add the number of fields into it, the attributes into it. You can insert the data into it easily than the file systems. Now database management system allows users to do the following task: data definition. It is used for creation, modification, and removal of definition that defines the organization of data in the database. It means that what, for example, you take a student database. What should be the fields? Name, roll number, class, marks, percentage, etc. So you define the database. So similar, that is the creation of the database. Then you can modify the database. That is, you can add your address or the phone number fields into it, and you can delete the database. That is, the student database can be deleted also. So data definition, that is. Next is data updation. It is used for the insertion, modification, and deletion of the actual data in the database. That is, when you create a database, you need to insert the details of the students also. So that is the insertion. For example, if you insert wrong marks or enter new marks, the new marks can be modified. Similarly, if the student has left the college, uh, so the data can also be deleted. That is the data updation. Then data retrieval. It is used to retrieve the data from the database, which can be used by applications for various purposes. User administration. It is used for registering and monitoring users, maintain data integrity, enforcing data security, dealing with concurrency control, monitoring performance, and recovering information corrupted by unexpected failure. That is, if you have lost your data or your database is corrupted, the administration can recover your data by having your backup, which is already with the administrator. So it maintains the data, it keeps the data secure, deals with concurrency control, it monitors the performance also. And what are the characteristics of database management system? It uses a digital repository established on a server to store and manage the information. It can provide a clear and logical view of the processes that manipulate the data. DBMS contains automatic backup and recovery procedures. It contains ACID properties which maintain data in a healthy state in case of failure. It can reduce the complex relationship between data. It is used to support manipulation and processing of data. It is used to provide security of data. It can view the database from different viewpoints according to the requirements of the user. This is all in this video lecture. Thank you.